Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the weekly Forex market update. My name is Beyond Dale. Uh, I don't know how many of you watched that World Cup final, but it was very entertaining, and I must congratulate Germany on a good win. Okay, we have in front of us a chart of the Euro versus USD pair. This is a daily chart. It's now Monday morning, and we see that the euro is up slightly against the dollar today. And what's happening technically, the market seems to be hugging this uptrend line. This uptrend line is drawn from the low that was made in the euro from July of 2012. So July 2012, we see the market came up, bounced off of this line, and this line is providing support again in the market. So what we need to look at is to see if this support area, this general area of support, holds in the market. If it holds, we could see a continuation of the uptrend in the Euro USD pair. Okay, now for that uptrend to gain momentum, we have to clear this 137 swing high that is here. The market has to close above this 137 level for the bulls to gain more confidence in this uptrend. So I will put a red line there to show you that the market has to close. And by close, the candle has to close above this red line for the resistance area to be taken out. So we will keep an eye on that. On the downside, going to the 4-hour chart, we have a monthly pivot point at 135.65. We have a monthly pivot point right here. So the market could come down and test this monthly pivot point at 135.65, which will also be close enough to this trend line. So that's what we have to keep an eye out for on the downside. And if the market does penetrate 135.65 and trades below 135, we could see renewed pressure on the downside in the euro. So the lines to draw are at 135 and 137. Those are the two main areas of support and resistance in the market. And just to point out something else, you'll find that most days the market will spend time between pivot points. So as we can see now, it's Monday morning, and the market high was at this R2 pivot point of 136.40, and the low was above the S1 pivot point. So you'll find, especially with the euro, the market will stay between the pivot points for the day. So that's just an interesting observation for you to note. Okay, moving on to the British pound. The British pound is down for the day. So the euro is up for the day, and the daily chart of the British pound, the pound is down for the day. So what is happening? What we can see is that the market closed above the area of resistance up at 170.50 or so. So the exact price level was 170.43. So we see a swing high. This is a weekly chart of the British pound. We had a swing high here, and the market eventually closed above this swing high 2 weeks ago. So this area is an area of resistance. So what normally happens when you have an area of resistance is that the market comes back to test that area of resistance, because support then comes resistance. So the market may test this area this red line here and continue upwards. If you see the market penetrates the swing low here, we could be in for a deeper pullback in the British pound. But initially, we just have to keep an eye on this 170.40 level to see if the market tests this level and continues its uptrend. Okay, taking a look at gold, we can see that gold is down pretty sharply this morning, and we have to remember that we are in a consolidation pattern with gold. So the market is not trending. If there was a bias in this market, I would say that the bias is to the downside, but the market is not trending and is in no man's land. So I wouldn't put on any long-term positions. Yes, you can day trade and swing trade, but I wouldn't put on any long-term positions on gold right now because this market is not trending. Major support is down at the 1150 area. If the market closes below this 1150 area, this will expose the downside, and resistance is denoted by this triangle. So if the market closes above this black triangle line and above 1400 and 1430 or so, we could definitely see this market accelerate to the upside, because then it would clear all the resistance levels, and that would indicate that the buyers have come back in the gold market. So that's what's happening in gold. Let's take another look at a market that's consolidating, and that's the Japanese yen. We can see that with the Japanese yen, we have a triangle as denoted here. Now support is at the 101 level. This is major support, and the market looks to be coming down to test that level. So we have to see if the market, this support area holds, or the market is able to penetrate to the downside. And if it penetrates to the downside, that would indicate that the market could accelerate to the downside. On the upside, if the market closes above this triangle, we could see the US dollar really rally against the Japanese yen and continue to the upside. So again, in a consolidation pattern, sometimes it's best to just wait and see what the market tells you to do, and then you act instead of guessing. Okay, just a brief look at the stock market. S&P 500 is still in a broad uptrend. I know I get a lot of emails from people saying, when will this uptrend end? Well, it hasn't ended yet, and when I see signs of the uptrend, really the uptrend starting to really decelerate, I will let you know. So I wouldn't advise going out and shorting this market, because it has been in an uptrend for the last three years or so. So why would you short the market and guess at this point in time? And I just mentioned that because I receive a lot of emails about the stock market and analyzing the stock market. Looking at the currency crosses, one of note is the euro yen. The euro yen is in a huge downtrend here, but we're seeing that the market may be coming back up. So we have to keep an eye on this to see if this market does retrace. Resistance is at the 80-40 level as denoted by this blue line, and support is down just above 79. Okay, so remember, when you're trading the markets, the crosses also offer good trading opportunities. For example, the euro yen has been very good over the last couple of months. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar has been good also. The British pound, Japanese yen has been good also. So especially traders who trend trade and trade off the daily charts. There are always opportunities in the markets, and there are always currencies that are trending outside of the major currency pairs. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this weekly Forex market update. I will give you another update maybe in the week if conditions warrant. And have a good trading week. Thank you very much for listening.